Hello viewers, welcome to CodeForAny online maintenance and service. SwiftUI Inside. Today we need to develop this year the home screens, image sliders with paginations, and then after we need to develop this here the upper list, horizontal list we need to develop here. Let's start how to write down inside the SwiftUI. First of all, we need to see this UI inside the HD files. Now need to open this here the HD files years and to making like this here the image sliders, and then after you need to develop this here the offers horizontal list. You need to also develop like this UI. Let's start how to write down inside the swift UI. First of all, you need to image pagination. So need this here the another variables. So need to declare here the state private and where's, and to set this here the select image. By default you need to set here the 0, and then after you need to image inside you need to use this here this like banners image, and also this based image need to today use here. Now need to find out here the scroll you. Yesterday need to develop this here the category horizontal list. After you need to write down here the codes for the here, and we need to write down here the tab view, and we need to give this here the selections and to bind this here the select image, and need to content inside we need to write down here, and make sure you need to write down here the tab view styles also need to set here. You need to set here the page styles. You need to set here. Then inside you need to write down here the image banners. You need to set here the statically. You need to set here the image resource like here, and we need to write down here the banner one, and we need to create here the resizable scale to fill, and also need to configure this here. Need to set here the frame. Need to give this here the width, as you need to set here the screen width. Extensions methods need to call here. If you not see, first of all the see here the first video, and to write down explain in details how to create this here the extension methods. Now another's we need to width percentage also need to set here the screen width, need to set here the, and also need to set here the tag. By default need to set here the 0, and also same frame need to given this years inside the tab view we need to set, and also need to give this here the verticals paddings 8. This is the extension methods need to develop here and to call here. Now we need to write down here the array, need to declare here for the pagings, need to write down here state where and image array, and we need to declare this here the images. Now need to find out here the banner 1 2 3 4, like we need to give this here the static name, and we need to like this sets here static, and to change here this name we need to configure. Now how to convert into the multiple tabs and dynamically need to call here the for each loop for each, and we need to pass here the, need to set here image array dot counts, and to call this here the id as a dot self slash dot self, and we need to call here the gets here the indexed in, and we need to put here this value, and we need to give this here the tab as a index, and also need to call this here the image array, and we need to pass here the indexed value, as we need to get here the string optional like this configures, and to show here. Now need to run inside the simulators and to test here successfully, but need to now statically give after need to get here the image dictionary. That's why you need to use this here the like this parsing, but now no needs. Need to remove here, and now need to see here and to click here, and look like this here the paginations are the showing here is good. Now, same as we need to develop this here, the upper horizontal list, we need to developing here. First of all, now need to again here the copy this here, this UI with this white backgrounds now, and we need to paste here. This is the horizontals and to unused buttons we need to removing here, like here, and we need to create here the wish tag. First of all, we need to develop here and also need to setting here the like here, and inside we need to put this here, this scroll view, and then after we need to set here the vertical paddings. We need to set this here the 15s, and after we need to set this here the background white colors. We need to configure and to paste this here like here. We need to configure. Then after we need to set here the text. We need to configure inside the tops. We need to showing this here the base topper titles. That's why need to put here and to set here the base topper. Now we need to set here the fonts as we need to configure here the custom fonts. We need to set here the bolts and font size 17 like this configures. And then after we need to set this here the foreground colors. We need to also configure here. Now we need to foreground colors as a set here the primary text colors, and also need to configure this here the maxed left, and also another configurations need to name this here the horizontal 15 space. We need to configure here. Same as now need to copy again and to open subtitles. We need to set here and to put here the hygienic single user products and low contents contacts offers and service like this. We need to titling sets here. Now need to font size set here the 12 and set here the regular font, and then after need to set here the colors. Primary text, not primary, need to use this here the placeholder colors like this configures lefts, and also need to set here the horizontals, and also need to given this here the bottom 8 paddings like this. Need to configure here, and then after need to use this here the another things. You need to applying here. Now we need to remove here the all 15s to set here the horizontal 15s paddings inside the lazy horizontal stacks inside, and then after we need to configure this here the bottom shape area. Also need to make sure we need to configure here, otherwise need to some UI inside the cutting shears. That's why I need to put this here the bottom with shape area extensions methods need to call here. First of all, need to see how to create this here the extension methods. Need to call this here the padding view. Need to returning here give this here the bottoms and to another extensions methods of the bottom of insets. Need to find out here the value and to plus 8 like this. We need to bottom shape area view. We need to declare here. This is the custom, and every project inside need to use that. So I need to creating here the custom methods and to quick to implement here. No need to every time many lines of the codes, and to reducing here the codes, and one place to change every place not to automatically change this related to configures. That's why I need to use this here the common functions and to common extensions methods into develop here. Now we need to inside view need to developing here. First of all, so now need to create here the image, and we need to declare here the UI. We need to draw here. Now clean here, and we need to use this here the wish tag. We need to developing here. Then after we need to set here the image resource, and we need to set this here the based one like this configures and resizables. Then after we need to set here the scale, scale to fields, and need to set here the param. Need to give this here the width. Need to width percentage. Need to 0.17 percent, 17% need to width, and also heights need to give this here the 0.30 point heights. 0.35 means the 35 with percentage we need to set here, and we need to also set here the corner radius. We need to set here for the cutting UI here, and we need to set here the 10, and then after we need to give this here the some paddings as a bottom 8 like this configures. And now need to developing this here the titles paste here. Now need to change here the max centers, and also configures here the max center. Remove here the horizontal paddings, no needs now, and to clean here, and also need to remove here the bottom paddings. Now, like we need to setting here and to give this sets here the titles. Need to fonts need to configure here the 13th and primary text, and also need to change this here the text, and we need to set here the 12 placeholders and max centers like this configures here. Now need to runs again and to see this here the UI working goods or not. We need to test, and then after we need to create here the duplicates UI and look like this here the showing like this here the whoppers and to scrollables. Now similar to design show, and to copy and paste again need to write down here the for each loop. Here's data we need to set here dot, and we need to set this here the 3, and write down here the id and to dot self slash dot self, give this here the indexed and in, and we need to inside need to write down here like here again. So need to restart, and we need to set here and look like this here the showing here and working goods for the horizontal list. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up. If you're new user, so please subscribe my channels and press the notification bell icon. You can get every new video notifications and awesome content. If you have any question, so please write down the comment sections. I will help you and sort out your issue. Everyone have a nice day. Goodbye and take care.